Built circa 1840, this double-pin log house originally stood on the Campbellsville-Columbia Turnpike. The occupants of the house witnessed thousands of soldiers and hundreds of wagons of supplies, both from Northern and Southern armies, move up and down the turnpike during the Civil War. Builder of the home, Joel Atkinson, was dead by the time the war broke out. His widow, Virginia Atkinson, still lived here. This house was located 440 yards from the site of the Battle of Tebb's Bend at Green River, which occurred on Saturday morning, July 4th, 1863. Engaged in 3.5-hour bloody battle where 3 regiments of Confederate cavalry under Brigadier General John Hunt Morgan and 5 companies of the 25th Michigan Infantry, commanded by Colonel Orlando Moore. After the battle, many of the dead and injured Confederate soldiers were brought here. Hey friends, welcome back to another video. If you're new, my name's theNatMoran. I live in my 4Runner with my 3 dogs full-time. I am back here in Kentucky. I have been visiting with my family and getting things configured on the 4Runner because I've been wanting to redo the build significantly. Just now that I've been in it for, I don't even know how long, since September, I kind of have a feel for what works, what doesn't work, so I'm trying to, you know, balance this new build in the 4Runner out. Alright, let's go to the Overlook Point Trail. I've done this hike several times, but it's a beautiful day and it would be really cool to see what the lake looks like on a holiday weekend, so I can hear the boats a buzzing. So my parents, I found out while visiting that they're going to be moving and leaving this location, so I'm getting all of my things situated, kind of helping clean up. I didn't really have a whole lot of things because when I sold my house and I hit the road full time, I got rid of about 99% of my things. So I only have a couple boxes, but since then I have taken off the tent and have a paddle board and things like that that I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with and, you know, kind of help kind of clean things up. And I also have my camper that I have to sell, so lots of things are going on. And so I've been really busy. I did buy a utility trailer that I was going to convert into a tiny home, and I've been tossing and turning with the idea of building this out or not. And I'm kind of on the fence about it, if I'm being honest, but since I did find out that my parents are moving, I decided there's no urgency for me to build this out, and we could use that to move across country. So I'm going to hold off on building that out until later, maybe in the fall, and then we can use it during the move because I am gonna hopefully help them drive across country and so forth. But yeah, so I'm reconfiguring the platform of the 4Runner and I'm leaving next weekend, so I've got a lot to do. I've been procrastinating, enjoying being out of the road, or in a house, or in a camper I should say, for a period of time. It's been nice just kind of detoxing a little. So in my last video, I was a little disorganized with putting everything together because I was going to the Indiana YouTube meetup and I was doing stuff to the 4Runner, but I was also starting to build on my trailer, which I have since stopped doing. So I'm a little bit hopefully more organized on this video, but I have no idea where it's going to go. But I do know that I'm going to be wrapping up the build and I'm heading back out west next weekend, and I'm going to be house sitting for one of my friends, and I'm looking forward to that, to seeing my friend mostly. But yeah, it's gonna be nice to be back out in Colorado and Wyoming and see some really cool places that I've been wanting to go to. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm building out this 4Runner platform. I'm getting everything situated to prepare for my family moving out of Kentucky. So I'm gonna have to I'm gonna be having to claim residency elsewhere. So I kind of made an Instagram post saying that I'm considering a few states, mostly states that have no income tax. So my top picks are South Dakota and Wyoming right now. South Dakota, from what I've researched, is a little bit easier to claim residency there without a physical domain. So I am weighing my options right now. I did just renew the tags on my Kentucky plates and so forth, so I will probably maintain Kentucky residency for a while, at least until my tags expire. Isn't the state gorgeous? It's only about 70-something degrees. It's not that humid, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. Okay, that was really cool to go to that overlook. When we're on the boat, we usually stop there sometimes to get out and play and let the dogs run around the water, but no dogs, no boat today. So I'm on a little trek, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and pivot off of this overlook trail, which is not a very long trail, and go on the turkey trot and get a little walk in, because it's a beautiful day and it's time to breathe in the fresh air. Because I've caught every single spider web. So now we are trekking in peace. All right, let's talk about the latest platform build. Now that I've lived in the 4Runner for 9 months, I have a pretty good idea of what I need and what layout would work best for me. For those of you just joining, my name's theNatMoran. I live on the road full time. I started this adventure in February of 2021 in a truck camper. In September of last year, I sold the truck and I bought a 4Runner. I've been building the 4Runner out into the ultimate overland vehicle that accommodates my 3 dogs, my demanding job, and myself. I have done a few platform builds in the past, so I feel like with that experience, I have a better handle on what would work best for me. So let's dive right on in. First, I took everything outside of the back, except I kept the single back seat. I did this build in 3 parts, the very back to the back seat, and then 2 separate compartments in the front back seat area. In the very back, I created a structure that went to where the single seat was. In this area, I created 2 compartments. One of the compartments has a slide-out drawer where my kitchen, my spices, and my cooking utensils are. On the other side, I have file crates filled with my pantry items and miscellaneous items that I don't need to get to on a daily basis. In front of that, my jackery and a paper towel fit perfectly. I cut the top to create a little opening so I can access my pantry without opening the hatch. This is a design I thought of recently to keep it out of the passenger seat and access it without risking my dogs getting away. I can literally access my pantry now with the back window down. In the area behind the driver and passenger seat, where the back seats normally would be, I created another structure with an open space for storage. On the passenger side platform, I created a hidden drawer. This is awesome and one of my favorite pieces of this build. I totally have to give credit to my dad though. He came up with the idea. Opposite side, I had to get creative. I decided to keep the single seat in the back to allow for a space for me to sit with leg and headroom. So while I did lose some space with that seat, I did gain it on the other side by removing the entire double back seat. To me, it was worth it. I created a lip on the side of the other structure so that the top could rest securely, and I added a peg leg that twists so that I could have support when the top was up. When I want to put the seat up, I simply remove the peg support leg and set it aside, and then place the topper underneath the bed. I now have tons of room to sit up and work comfortably. Despite not wanting anything in my front seat, I did run out of room in the back. Since I did not want to carry the cargo box that connects to the rear hitch, and I didn't want to pull a trailer, the water and cooler did have to go in the front seat, but that's way better than it used to be. To secure the platform down, I attached the large pieces to the frame using a hook system. The platform is tightly secured in all 4 areas. I added a 4-inch memory foam mattress, sheets, and my pillow to give it a little bit better touch of home. As you can see, I still have tons of storage potential. I reattached my awning directly to the Princer roof rack and I gave it a test run. I have 2 Roam 95-liter cargo boxes that I use as additional storage. I used to have one on my rooftop tent, and the second one was my kitchen that sat in the rear hitch cargo rack. Now that I have them both on top of the roof rack. I wanted to get away from constantly messing with the straps, so I bolted them directly to the roof rack. In an effort to keep the plastic from giving, I secured them to a metal plate. Now I don't have to worry about those daggone straps. I also mounted my Goal Zero 100-watt solar panel to the roof rack. This gives me a charging potential during the day when I'm driving. I had mounted the solar panel to the rooftop tent previously. So really, it was just moving it from the tent to the roof rack. But still, it's awesome. I ran out of room for my Max Tracks, so I decided to mount them on top of one of my Roam cargo boxes. I'm going to mount my Max Tracks to the top of my Roam cargo box, so I'm going to drill 4 holes. And I've got the mounts, and I've got some washers. So fingers crossed this works, because I don't want to wait 6 weeks for a plate that I need to mount to my actual roof rack. I applied the similar method I used with oversized washers to prevent slippage with the plastic. It all seems to be very sturdy and secure, so time will tell. But so far, so good. Overall, I'm happy with the build, and I'm looking forward to hitting the road next weekend. My next video, I will go over how it works in the wild, so stay tuned. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked what you see, please like and share the video, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out. My dad listening to me and not killing the mice. We're saving the turtle. Smell?
No, he's just got algae all over him. All right, here we go. All right, little fella. Well, he's a big fella.
Yay!